From criminal chimps and Diddy-like dolphins to scheming cuckoo birds, exploring the wildest felonies animals commit and the sentences they'd face. In the world of parenting, cuckoo birds take the prize for worst moms. Instead of raising their chicks, they pull off one of nature's oldest scams, laying their eggs in another bird's nest. The unsuspecting host bird ends up feeding and caring for the cuckoo chick, often neglecting their own young in the process. But the cuckoo chick doesn't just stop at freeloading. It's been known to push its foster siblings out of the nest to ensure it gets all the attention and resources. If that isn't fraud combined with a touch of sabotage, we don't know what is. The verdict: 7 years for fraud and child endangerment, plus mandatory parenting classes. Chimps may be our closest relatives, but their behavior sometimes resembles a jungle soap opera. In the wild, chimps have been observed forming alliances and launching coordinated attacks on rival groups. These aren't random acts of aggression. They're carefully planned ambushes with tactics that would impress a military strategist. Some chimps even stalk their targets for hours before striking. It's like they've been watching too many crime documentaries. Their violent tendencies aren't just about territorial disputes. They're also a stark reminder of how complex and, at times, brutal nature can be. The verdict: 25 years for premeditated violence, with mandatory conflict resolution training. They could use some lessons in turning the other cheek. If raccoons were humans, they'd be the stars of every heist movie. These furry bandits are famous for their ability to open garbage cans, sneak into homes, and raid kitchens. With their dexterous paws and sharp intelligence, they're nature's answer to professional burglars. Raccoons have even been caught opening doors and climbing into attics to set up camp. They're not just looking for food, they're looking for a good time. If you've ever woken up to find your trash scattered across the lawn, you've been visited by a raccoon with an appetite for chaos. The verdict: 3 years for breaking and entering, with an additional fine for property damage. Maybe a raccoon-proof trash can will keep them in line. The brown-headed cowbird has perfected a mob-like tactic that would make any crime boss proud. If a host bird dares to reject the cowbird's parasitic egg, the cowbird retaliates by destroying the host's own eggs. It's a simple but effective strategy: raise my kid, or your family pays the price. This behavior has earned cowbirds a reputation as the mobsters of the bird world. It's an evolutionary adaptation that ensures their chicks survive, but it's also a reminder that nature doesn't play fair. The verdict: 15 years for extortion and intimidation, with mandatory parenting classes. Dolphins are the smiling, playful mascots of the sea, but beneath that cheerful exterior lies a darker side. Male dolphins, for instance, have been observed forming gangs to assert dominance and intimidate rivals. These highly intelligent mammals use teamwork to harass other creatures, including porpoises, in ways that sometimes seem downright mean-spirited. And it doesn't stop there. Dolphins are also notorious for stealing fish from nets, playing pranks on fishermen, and chasing boats just for fun. It's like they're running their own version of Ocean's 11, except the targets are just trying to survive. The verdict: 10 years for marine mischief, with mandatory teamwork exercises. Dolphins clearly need to channel their energy into something constructive, like cleaning up plastic from the ocean. When it comes to theft, octopuses reign supreme in the ocean's underworld. These 8-armed masterminds have an insatiable love for shiny objects, and they're not shy about snatching what catches their eye. Divers have reported octopuses stealing everything from cameras to jewelry. Imagine diving into the deep blue, only to realize your GoPro is now the property of a mischievous cephalopod. Octopus's antics aren't limited to the wild. In aquariums, they've become famous for their daring escapes. Some have climbed out of their tanks, scouted nearby exhibits for food, and then returned, leaving keepers scratching their heads. The verdict: 5 years for grand theft, plus an additional sentence for repeated offenses. Their ability to escape might make jail time a bit tricky though. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed and learned something new today. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.